Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We have come to uh, the final part for chapter 8, which is the third part, okay, that involves another two topics, okay, another two subtopics, which are the first one is about training and the second one is about data conversion. So basically, the training and data conversion happens after the system has been installed and after the system has passed all the testing, the unit testing, integration testing, and also the system testing. Okay, so these are the chapter objectives, okay, for this third video. The first one, you will be able to develop the training plans for various user groups, compare in-house and vendor training options, and describe effective training techniques. And the second one is you will be able to describe the concept of data conversion. Okay, first of all, we look into the training. Alright, so you should start to consider a training plan early in the system's development process. So basically, it is very essential so that it will provide the right training for the right people at the right time. Okay? The first step is to identify who should receive the training and what kind of training is needed. And you need to look carefully at the organization. How will the system support the business operation and who will be involved or affected? As you can see here that basically we have three types of users. We have different sections for different types of users. Okay, so basically if the role are the users, okay, they are referring to the type of training where it involves about the system overview, about the key terms, about the startup and shutdowns, about the main menus, and also about the handling emergencies all the way down until the handling emergencies. Okay, and you can see here that for the managers, okay, they need different kinds of training. Okay, kalau kita tengok tadi, the users more on the usage, okay, penggunaan, troubleshooting, FAQs. But for the managers, usually the training will involve about the cost benefit analysis, the support for business goals, the key IT contact people, handling the system charges, reporting, user training, and also requesting for enhancement. And you can see that different kind of training is also needed for different role, which is the IT staff. Okay, because the IT staff will need training regarding the system architecture, regarding the documentation, regarding the vendor support, and also about the technical and also user and management training. Okay, so these are the examples of training topics for three different groups. Okay, so basically you are not allowed to have the similar training topics for all these three different roles or different types of people using your system. Okay, so first thing, we look into the first type of training, which is the vendor training. Okay, so if the system includes the purchase of software or hardware, then the vendor supplied training is one of the features that you should include in the RFP, request for proposal, and RFQ, request for quotation, that you send to the potential vendors. Many hardware and software vendors offer training programs free or at a nominal cost for the products they sell. In other cases, the company might negotiate the price for training depending on their relationship with the vendor and the prospect of future purchases. The training usually is conducted at the vendor's site by experienced trainers who provide valuable hands-on experience. And vendor training often gives the best return on your training dollars because it is focused on products that the vendor develop. The scope of vendor training, however, usually is limited to a standard version of the vendor's software or hardware. Okay, so basically vendor training comes together whenever you purchase a software or a hardware. Alright? Okay, the next one we have the webinars, podcasts, and also tutorial. So many vendors offer the web-based training options, okay, including the webinars, podcasts, and also the tutorial. So webinar is actually a combination of web and seminar, an internet-based training session that provides an interactive experience. Most webinar sessions are scheduled events with a group of pre-registered users and an online presenter or instructor. A pre-recorded webinar can be delivered as a webcast. Okay, so webcast is technically a one-way transmission whenever a user wants the support. A podcast refers to a web-based broadcast that allows a user to download multiple files to a PC or portable file, okay, a portable device. So an advantage of a podcast is that the subscribers can access the recorded material anywhere, anytime, because the material has been downloaded into that individual PC or portable device. And then we have a tutorial, okay, which is a series of online interactive lessons that present material and provide a dialogue with users. So a tutorial example is included in the in-house training section. Okay. And then the second types of training, we have the outside training resources. Okay. So many training consultants, institutes, and firms are available that provide either the standardized or customized training packages. You may contact a training provider and obtain references from clients. Okay, a little bit about training tips. Okay, the IT staff and user departments often share responsibility for developing and conducting training programs. So these are the 1, 2, 3, and 4 training tips. Train people in groups with separate training programs for distinct groups, right? The second one, you should select the most effective place to conduct the training. Provide for learning by hearing, seeing, and doing as well. Okay, so this is actually to encourage two-way communication between the participants and also the trainer. Okay, and the fourth one is rely on previous trainees. Okay, after one group of users has been trained, they can assist others. Okay, and users often learn more quickly from co-workers who share common experience and job responsibilities. Okay, so that is what you meant by relying on the previous trainees. The next one, we have the interactive training. Most people prefer hands-on training. It is less expensive method which can be used. That includes the training manuals, printed handouts, and also the online materials. Okay, so another type of training, we have the online training. Okay, basically I think you already knew the concept of training, the concept of online training just by looking at its title. Okay. So regardless of the instructional method, training lessons should include step-by-step instructions for using the features of the information system. Training materials should resemble the actual screen, and tasks should be typical of a user's daily work. The more realistic, the better, because you are providing the online training. So about the menus, about the languages used, about the buttons, everything must resembles the actual system so that the user can view better and also gain the knowledge better. Okay, the next one we have the video tutorials. Okay, video tutorials is actually what you do is you combine or you integrate different materials under one video. Okay, for example, the first material you have the individual screen. Okay, and then you have the images. Okay, and then you have the audio. Okay, so basically video tutorials is a kind of tutorial where you have different components. You have images, you have text, you have screen, you have audio, you have video without the audio, and then you will render all these. You are going to render all these materials under one video, which then you will be able to polish, edit, and also transform into any streaming videos. Okay, so video tutorial is actually you have a lot of different components with different formatting. Okay, but then you group together and make it a video. Okay, so a sample video tutorial might include images, narration text, and notes to the video developer and also the narrator. Okay, so here you can see that Camtasia, okay, is one of the editing tools that able to produce a professional quality video. Okay, so basically in Camtasia you will be able to integrate everything: your text, your audio, your images. Okay, so you are going to integrate together, becoming the video tutorial or becoming the video training. Okay, and then you can distribute to your participants or to your trainees. Okay, the final part in chapter 8 is about data conversion, right? So we have strategies to convert all the data when you are developing a new system. Okay, because you must know that when you develop a new system, you are replacing the existing system. You are upgrading the existing system. Okay, so you should automate the data conversion process. The old system might be capable of exporting data in an acceptable format for the new data or in a standard format such as ASCII or ODBC. So ODBC is also known for Open Database Connectivity. It's an industry standard protocol that allows DBMSs from various vendors to interact and exchange data. Middleware connects these similar applications and enables them to communicate. If a standard format is not available, you must develop a program to extract the data and convert it to an acceptable format. Data conversion is more difficult when the new system replaces a manual system because all data must be entered manually unless it can be scanned. Right? So that is the strategies for the data conversion. Means you want to transfer data from the existing system. You want to transfer them into the new system. And then, of course, during the transfer of data from your existing system to the new system, okay, you should consider about the security and also the control. Okay, you need to ensure that all the system control measures are in place and operational to protect data from unauthorized access and to help prevent erroneous input. Most organizations require that users verify all data, correct all errors, and supply even missing data item during the conversion. Okay, so basically that's the end of chapter 8. Okay, you have one more chapter to go, which is chapter 9, and then you are going to have your final test on 2nd July 2020. All the best for you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.